What's going on, YouTube? Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, we start off with a great big thank you to all of our men and women in all branches of service. Thank you so much for doing what you do, so the rest of us are free to do what we do. Second, the FDA's deeming regulations are trying to ban all vape gear. 99% of all vape gear gone. So if we do nothing, that's what we're going to get, is nothing. So please join CASA. Follow Not Blowing Smoke. Go to august8th.org. Contact your senators. Do something. You don't have to do everything, but you got to do something. Okay, so I've been playing with this Tsunami by Geekvape for a week now. I have to give it back to my buddy at work. He was kind enough to let me borrow it for a week so I could do this review. I've been enjoying this so far. Let's drop down, take a quick look at it, and we'll come back up. I'll tell you what I think, and we'll get you guys out of here. Alright, so before we get started, you can see that I finally got my vape mat. Had some vape mail today, so it showed up just in time. Now let's take a look at this RDA. Alright, so obviously there's where your RDA sits. This is it comes with 3 drip tips. Here's the cone-shaped one, and then it has a 510 drip tip, and then it has this straight wide bore drip tip. This is the one that I've been using the most. I tried this other, the other cone-shaped wide bore, I guess you'd call it. 510 adapter, extra O-rings, Allen key, extra grub screws, lots of extras. Okay, and then here is the star of the show. And it's really a very straightforward design. Now obviously you can see my coils. I have some fuse Claptons in there, wire I built. This is all Canthal. I believe this came out to 0.22. Super easy to build on. Obviously it's a velocity style. Bottom airflow, you can see these little tubes there. Let's see if I can get a pointer. I'm going to use a screwdriver for a pointer. And you got your bottom airflow right down in here. Comes in through the bottom. Actually a fairly deep little juice well. But the one complaint that I have for this, and that I've heard for other people, is that you only have this tiny little bit of area on each side to put your cotton down into. And it's a little claustrophobic to wick. That's probably my only complaint. It's a fairly decently protruding 510. Threads are really nice. O-rings are really nice. Where did I put that drip tip? You know, it simply slides on. Make sure we got both. Simply slides on, and this holds really, really well. Drip tip is a screw-in, not a press fit, so no issues there. You grab your device, swing it around. These O-rings are not going anyplace. In fact, see, I can pull it off by hand, but it's not easy to do. You know, Tsunami laser etched in there. Really, that's about it. There's not a whole lot more to show you up here. It is a really nice, well-made, inexpensive RDA. So, I guess the only thing left to do is get back up top. No, we have to wick it, juice it, before we can vape it and get back up top. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wick it, juice it, we're going to get back up top, and we're going to vape this thing. Alright, so there's a quick look at the Tsunami up close. I didn't really touch on the airflow, but it's, you know, bottom in, up, hits the bottom of your coils. You usually get really great flavor from RDAs like that. This is no exception. Build quality seems to be really good. I've thrown 3 different builds in this. All of them just popped right in, tightened down, 0 issues. Plenty of airflow. In my first impression, I mentioned that I didn't really like bottom airflow because my experience with them, I overdripped. Now, because of that, I was actually a little more careful, and I've had very, very minimal problems with that. So that's not even really a con for me anymore. As far as cons, maybe it's a little plain looking. You know, it vapes great. The quality of vape that I get from this thing is fantastic. It looks pretty good on my cuboid here. Let me grab my mech mod real quick. Alright, on my, when I was doing the round wire builds, this is just a cheap little mech mod I picked up at the Detroit VPX. It's the Natural 9, got a review on it in my earlier videos. This setup looks really good, I think. But it's a cheap mech mod. I think I'm getting a fair amount of voltage drop on it. At a 0.2, I should be getting 80 to 88 watts. I don't remember which it was. And you know, it was an okay vape. Put it on here, put it at 80 watts, great vape. So it's the device. This is how I've used it since I've got the fuse clapped in here. And man, it performs. It just performs. It's a great little RDA at a great price. You get lots of extras. You get 3 drip tips. The one complaint is that because of the 22 millimeter and the way that airflow, you got the 2 tubes that come up, you got just a tiny bit of space to tuck your wicks down into. But it seems to wick just fine, even with only that little bit of space between your post and your airflow. My understanding is the 24 millimeter has taken care of that problem, because obviously you got 2 more millimeters. It's a great little RDA. It really is. If my buddy at work decides that he's not going to use it, maybe I'll try to buy it from him, because it's actually a really nice RDA. That's really all I got for you guys. It's well made, it's cheap, it's easy to build on. It's a great vape. I've got some caramelized bananas, apple clouds, and it tastes exactly like it's supposed to. Works better when you get both the airflows going. There you go. I've vaped, clouding it up. I've vaped, I don't know, a couple 100 mils of this, and I know what it's supposed to taste like. It tastes exactly what it's supposed to. Great little RDA. If you're in the market for a well-made, inexpensive bottom airflow, this could be a great option for you. That's what I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching.